the brands that you love, whether you like it or not, influence you to take an action. Most of the time without your permission. Communicating your values and who you are to the world is by the way you look. How do you like dressing? So price is not a sustainable strategy for you to acquire and keep customers. Using branding is sustainable. It's inexpensive.
Individual I have on the studio this morning is no newcomer to the studio. He's been here before, and remember there are a couple of guests that I usually bring every now and then as returning guests back to the show because of the wealth of experience that they have, especially when we're treating a particular subject matter. And that is who my guest this morning is. My guest is no other person than Mr. Emeka Ebeniro. Emeka, you're welcome to the program today. So let's start from the basic. What is branding? And what examples can you give as relating to branding itself? Let's start from there.
All right. I'm going to start. Okay, let me thank every viewer that is watching us today. Thank you so much for joining today. And trust me, today is going to be really amazing. And the reason is because I'm going to, in my usual fashion, I'm going to break it down to make it as relatable, as easy and consumable as possible. Like we call it in tech, we call it bite size. I'm going to make it bite size. So what is branding? There are several definitions of branding, but one of my favorite is branding is a process of giving meaning to a product, a service, an organization, an individual, so that it can occupy a space in the mind of their audience or consumer. So let me repeat that. Branding is a process, first thing, underline that, process of giving meaning to a product, service, organization, individual, so that it can occupy a space in the mind of the consumer. Why is that so? So that you can influence the decision making of that individual. So that organization's company, individual, whatever its service, it's in bracket, it's a brand.
Okay.
So now let's move a step further. So now what is a brand?
Yeah.
A brand, from my own experience and my own definition, is a brand is an embodiment of a promise.
Okay.
So a brand houses a promise. And what is that promise? That promise is what you would deliver every day of the week. So let's bring it, this is a business show, let's bring it home.
Yeah.
So the process of Mr. Williams Uzomba giving Williams Uzomba and Sons or Williams Uzomba International Limited meaning to occupy space in the mind of its consumers is branding. However, Williams Uzomba International Limited is a storehouse is an embodiment of a promise. And what's that promise? Our promise is we are going to deliver quality service, timely service, and like our good partners and sponsors, Fidelity, stick to our word. That is our promise. One of my big bosses and mentors' definition, Charles Otudo, he says a brand is a storehouse of trust.
Okay.
Now, what does that mean? It means that every time that I do my business, I am depositing trust in the heart account of my audience. I repeat, I am depositing trust in the heart account of my audience. That is my brand.
Okay.
Because your brand is not what you say about yourself. Your brand is what people say about you.
Perception.
Exactly. And in the words of Amazon's founder and CEO, Jeff Bezos, what people say about you when you're not in the room is your brand.
Is your brand.
So if I want people to say the right things about me when I'm not there, it's my responsibility to deposit trust in their heart account so that they would say the right things about me.
Even when I'm not there.
Even when I'm not there. So the right things they are saying about me are the things that I want to be known for myself. That is that process of giving meaning to yourself in the mind or heart of your audience. That is branding.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I love the way you took time to break that out, and it really stuck out. Now, Emeka, let me still now follow up on that.
Yeah.
What and what can be branded? In a nutshell, can an individual be branded separately from a brand? Take, for instance, you're an entrepreneur listening to this program this morning. When we talk branding, should you only focus on just branding your business and neglect branding self?
Okay.
Or can the two go concurrently? Please break that down.
Yes, the two can go concurrently because the brand is not the product, is not the service. It's the meaning that you give to the product or the service.
Okay.
And the brand can also be an individual. We as individuals, we are all products. I repeat, we as individuals, we are all products. And what does that mean? Because I offer something to you.
Yeah.
I make you feel a certain way. Excuse me. I offer something to you. I make you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
And above all, I influence your decision, which branding in itself is a form of leadership, because leadership is about influence, and leadership is about influencing people to take action.
Very true.
So the brands that you love, whether you like it or not, influence you to take an action. Most of the time without your permission. So strong brands influence you. Have you heard, for example, some people say, I don't want to take this soda drink, but they find themselves taking that soda drink.
Taking the soda drink.
I don't want to do this, but they find themselves doing that.
True. Yeah,
And it's
that
because
happens.
that brand influences them to take that action. Now, we would all justify our decision making that is based on logic. No, it is based on emotion. So a man buys an item, it's based on emotion. A woman buys an item, it's based on emotion. But we'll justify the spending of that money based on logic.
I see.
You understand? So that in itself is the brand. So now let's go back to the question, which is, should I brand? Yes, because you're an individual. You have your values.
Yeah.
You have your culture. You have so many things that speak for you. That is why you should brand yourself. And because you have an audience, you have people around you that you want to influence.
Yeah.
That is why you should brand yourself. Now, I call it I developed something, and it's called the 5 dimensions of branding.
Okay.
And I'll use it to explain for an individual and also applies for business. And what is it? The 5 dimensions of branding, using our 5 senses, our 5 sense points, which is smell, taste, touch, what's the other one? Hear. You would realize that those 5 senses, that is how we communicate with the world, we engage with the world. The same way, that is how people engage with your brand. So the first thing is, people see you before they see you.
Yes.
So they see you as, I've seen, this is Williams, this is Emeka. I've seen him. Okay, is this the guy they call Emeka, or is this the guy they call Fire Emeka on social media? Okay, I've seen him.
Yes.
Now, before they see me, which is get close to me, they have seen me from afar. So it is my responsibility to shape their perception of me. If not, their perception of me and the reality of me will not match. And
I see.
The way the market is, if you do not tell the market who you are, the market will determine who you are for you.
They will assume.
You assume. So the first thing I need to do, I don't want you to assume that I'm this type of person. So what do? I change my image. An image in itself is not just the way you dress. It's the way you dress, your content, the way you look. So your colors, your fonts, the way your store or your house or your office is set up. So look at this amazing, beautiful studio. Nobody needs to tell me. I already have a perception by walking in here.
True.
And he already tells me that the colors of this place are blue, white, and red. And that speaks to their values.
Yeah.
That speaks to their values. That is why they brand themselves that way. So as an individual, one of the very simple ways of standing out and communicating your values and who you are to the world is by the way you look? How do you like dressing? What are the colors you use all the time?
All the time.
Because it speaks a lot about you. So for someone like me, part of my branding colors, blue. I wear blue all the time. And each time I've been on this show, I've worn a touch of blue.
Touch of blue.
Why? Because it speaks about myself, my image, my journey, my vision, what I stand for. Now, you don't want people to be assuming this is the kind of person you are, this kind of person you are. No, that's image. Then let's move to the other one. Sound. Sound. That talks about your brand voice. What kind of voice does your brand have? How does it sound? And the things about sound, the sound evoke emotion. Sounds are not just sound because we just want to hear something.
Yeah.
It evokes an emotion. So your brand voice must evoke an emotion. What kind of emotion do I want to evoke when people consume my content?
Yeah.
So consuming my content is they read my post on social media, they hear me speak, they see me, my pictures, everything that embodies me. They must feel a certain emotion each time they're in contact with me. Let's take it to your business. When I walk into your store, your office, there should be an emotion that your office should evoke. Let's go back to the first one, sight. When I walk into your store, I should see something just like how I see what I see in this studio.
Yeah.
It should tell me something about your brand.
Yeah.
It has to be deliberate. It has to be intentional. It has to have a story backed up behind it, because that is how you will separate yourself from the competition. Let's not lie to ourselves. The competition is fierce.
It is.
We are in a VUCA world. What is VUCA? It is volatile, it's uncertain, it's complex, and it's ambiguous. So we know that this is the environment we are in.
Yeah.
So what do I need to do that is strategic and inexpensive that would help me, like I said, give meaning to my audience and occupy a space in their mind? It is through my branding.
Fantastic.
So I can decide that as much as I want to do an office facelift and renovation and all that, I want to be strategic about it. I will buy items that tell a story about my brand. I'll use colors that would evoke that emotion. I would even, which we'll go into further, I will do some certain things that people know that there's something about that store. I don't know why, but I always come back. I always come. That is branding working in place. So please, over to you.
Fantastic. As I did say at the beginning of the show, it's an interactive one today as usual, and our phone line still remains the same. 0818-242-6591. I repeat, 0818-242-6591. And I have in the studio with me Emeka Ebeniro, popularly known as Play Emeka.
It's fire Emeka.
Fire Emeka.
Yes,
Good.
Fire Emeka. And also on socials, on IG, Facebook, Twitter. It's
I
also
think
Fire
we
Emeka.
already have a call.
Oh,
so
amazing.
let's quickly take this. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, can you please take down the volume of your radio set?
Okay, I just did. Good morning. Can you hear me now?
Yes, can we meet you, please?
Okay, so my name is Margaret. I work with an insurance company.
Oh, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Please, what's your take?
So I am very interested in creating my own personal brand away from the insurance company that I represent. How do I do that?
Amazing.
So my own person, I am a marketer. It means that I bring in businesses to the company, and when I bring in businesses to the company, that's when they pay me. Okay? So I like to know, how can I create my own personal brand away from that very company as an individual? I want people to see me differently. You know, I just want to create a personal brand. So look at this, how do I do it?
Fantastic. Good question. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Margaret, for that question. And the good news is, like I told Williams backstage, that the first caller gets an automatic ticket. We'll sponsor you 100% free sponsorship to my masterclass on personal branding, which is happening. It's a 2-week masterclass on the 27th, which is Sunday 27th, and also Sunday the 3rd of April. So in that masterclass, I'm going to go into detail, help you. You have workbooks, materials to help you with it. But I'll just answer this quickly. But Margaret, what you need to do for me is, if you're listening, follow me on IG, follow me on Instagram at Fire Emeka. Fire is spelled Faya, Fayaemeka. Follow me. Follow me. Then send me a DM. Say I am Margaret, and I called in on Hot FM. And you get your slot. So we will teach you, take it. But this is what you need to do and what you need to understand. What do you want to be remembered for? That is very important.
Yes.
There's several questions. Who are you? In knowing who you are, you will know your why, your what, and your how. We'll go into details in the masterclass so I can break it down. But what do you want to be remembered for? Do you want to be remembered as Margaret, the resourceful, or the problem solver? Let me use that. Margaret, the problem solver. If that is who you want to be known for and remembered for, then you now start branding yourself in that space. The truth is, and one of the biggest mistakes we made, and I'll say this with all sense of responsibility and humility, is we tie our identity with our occupation, and it is wrong. Your occupation is not your identity.
Yeah.
Your occupation is an expression of your identity.
I see. Huh.
Your occupation is an expression of your identity. What does that mean? It means that in who I was created, my purpose and why I'm here is I am supposed to help people do this. Either I'm supposed to elevate people, empower people, I'm a ladder for people or a platform for people to get to their next level, or I'm a connector. I'm supposed to connect people. Now, as a connector, I can be an insurance marketer because I am connecting the buyer
to the insurance company.
To the insurance company.
Yes.
As a connector, I can be a car salesman. As a connector, I can be a lobbyist. I can be in the corridors of power, lobbying and negotiating principles, policies, and all that. As a connector, I can also be a politician, connecting the masses to the
governance. Yeah. Yeah.
That is who I am created to be. I'll not spend more because that will be spending the basket. But when you understand that, it now tells you that if I am any of these occupations, it's an expression of who I am. That is who I am.
Good.
So Margaret can decide tomorrow and say, you know what, I want to be in politics because I know I am a connector. I want to connect the masses, the people, or I can even go be an NGO. I want to elevate people and connect them to better opportunities. So because of that, I will now brand myself in that light.
Fantastic.
That is how I will do it. And one thing like I said earlier, separating it, you need to know that you are a product. So your product is not just the service that I render, which is insurance marketing. I'm a product. I have wealth of knowledge. I understand human behavior. I understand human psychology. I understand sales. I understand trends and the financial market. So I can brand myself as a knowledgeable person in that industry, not just a worker in an insurance company.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Now, Emeka.
Yes, sir.
In very simple words, why is branding important? First, to a person, to an individual, and second, to your business.
Branding is very important. I'll break it down. There's several things that very first thing branding does for you as an individual or as an organization. One, branding connects you to your audience.
Great.
Let me give 3 examples. Let me give you this analogy.
Go ahead.
In music, we have an artist called David Adeleke, Davido. We have an artist called Ayo Balogun, and we have an artist called Burna Boy. I think Ogbu. I apologize. Ogunu, something Ogunu. I can't remember his first name now. Now look at what they have done successfully. They have used their brands to connect with their audience. And the truth is, this audience, we are, most of us are hybrids of Davido. We are in between. We cannot say I'm a Davido fan, I don't listen to Burna Boy, I'm a Whiskey fan. No,
very true.
It's not true.
Very true.
But guess what? In our minds, there are 3 different people.
Yes, that's true.
But on paper, there is one person. Why? They do Afrobeat. They connect to the youths. They export our culture to other parts of the world. They sell out shows and stadiums.
And win laurels for us. Bragging rights.
So on paper, it is one thing.
It is one thing that they are doing.
A company can successfully bring 3 brands and it's the same manufacturing plant. A bakery can successfully bring out 3 variants, and it's the same flour, the same everything, but they will repackage it into 3, and they will tell you 3 different stories
Around those 3 brands.
and they will sell it to you.
Very
That's
true.
what we have done with our culture using Whiskey Burna Boy. And now, how breaking it down? The importance is number one. Number one. Branding helps you. People recognize you. When you brand yourself, people recognize you. And that's very important, because life is a battle of territories. You want to occupy a territory in the mind of your audience.
Like the animal kingdom.
Exactly.
Territorial.
So if I want to occupy, I need to first things first differentiate myself from every other person. Look at these 3 examples. A Wizkid will say, yeah. A Davido will say, shake me. No,
Catchy slogans.
And a Burna will say, Odogu. The same thing, different ways that they are doing it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Same thing, different way. Why? Differentiation. 2, when I talked about sight, they will dress differently. They look differently. So if I truly want to occupy space in the mind of my audience, I cannot be like everybody else. One of our biggest challenges as individuals, as businesses, is that we are not memorable. We are easily forgotten. How can I compete in this VUCA world, in this highly competitive environment, and I'm not doing anything deliberate to stand out? My store looks like my neighbor's store. My services are called the same way it came from the manufacturer. I did not separate difference. I'm not doing anything
Different.
So when they take me out of the equation and put somebody else, there's
Nobody remembers
Nobody remembers you. So that is all. The other thing branding does quickly is it helps you change the perception of your audience. And that's one very big thing that a lot of us need to know and understand. For some of us, we have not grown in the eyes of our consumers, in the eyes of our customers, in the eyes of our audience, in the eyes of our family, in the eyes of our environment. We have not grown. We are still that young boy, that young girl, that upcoming, that struggling, that newcomer, that intern, that in secondary school, that transfer. You know how you transfer from one school to the other. They still remember you at the you have not grown in their eyes. Why? You have not done anything to change their perception. So what do artists? I use them because they are one of the strongest examples of branding. What do? They see that the market is seeing them in a certain way. They go back and come in. The guy has grown his hair. He has dyed his hair. He has changed his clothes. He has changed his style. He's doing things. He has put tattoo on his body. It might not be a permanent tattoo, but he has done some things to change the perception of the audience.
I think we have another call. Let's quickly take this. Hello? Okay, we've lost that. Please go ahead.
Change the perception. In the movie Get Rich or Die Trying by Curtis Jackson, aka 50 Cent, after his accident, he wanted to go into the music industry.
Okay, the call is back. Sorry. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ozomba. My name is Debbie.
Good morning, Madam Debbie. Welcome to the show. It's been a while.
Yeah, I also miss the show. I am very excited about this topic, branding.
Oh, great.
Yeah, well done. I just want to commend you today.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you for always listening.
Thank you so much. And greetings to Emeka. I'm enjoying the topic of branding.
Thank you so much, Debbie. Thank you so much, Debbie.
Thank you.
We're happy that you called. You are not the first caller. You did not win the prize, but you need to follow me. I have a surprise for you, Debbie. So follow me on IG at Fire Emeka. That's FAYAEMEKA. Send me a DM, and I'll give you a surprise. Definitely, we'll give you. I said, Uzom, should we give her 50% off on the class?
It's your event.
Okay. I think I'll do that. So Debbie, follow me and send me a DM if you're interested. I think you should be, because it's really going to help you. We're looking at personal, not just personal. We're looking at both personal and business branding and how you would stand out in the marketplace. So that's what we're going.
Fantastic. So it's all given this morning on Financial Matters on Hot 93.3 FM.
Yes.
And remember the phone line is still open. I think we have another call. Great. Let's take this. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Can we meet you, please?
My name is Zino, calling from Aja.
Welcome to the show, Zeno. What's your question or contribution today?
I have both a question and a contribution.
Go ahead, please. Oh, sorry. Please do call back. We're sorry we lost that call.
Yeah, Zeno,
do
please call back. We would like to hear from you.
0818-242-6591. 0818-242-6591. Please do call in and you can be free to engage my guest this morning as we discuss branding. Now, Emeka, you were saying before that call.
Yes, I was talking about the story of Curtis Jackson,
Yes, 50
aka
Cent.
50 Cent. In the movie, which obviously is a biography of his life, after he got shot, I think 7 or 9 times, and he knew he had made up his mind that he wanted to go into music, what did he do? That's the question we need to ask ourselves. What do I need to do to get the attention of my audience so that I can stand out? What did he do? 1, he buffed up.
Yeah.
He started exercising. 2, he put tattoos on his body. 3, he started wearing a bulletproof
Vest, considering his territory and his environment.
Exactly. What was he trying to do? He was trying to give meaning to his art, his personality, so that he can occupy a space in the mind of his audience.
Okay, I think we have the call back. Hello?
Hello, this is Back.
Oh, okay. Welcome back. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask your guest, Mr. Emeka, how one can separate a business brand from a personal brand. Because sometimes it's easy for both of them to get mixed up.
Tangled,
You know,
yes.
so for a business person, how do you separate it? How do you separate it?
Good question. Very good question. Thanks for that question. Zino.
Exactly. Thank you so much for that question. And I'll say this because I think I tried to answer it earlier, which is you're 2 different entities.
Yeah.
So you need to sit down and break. This is the thing about branding is you have to be very intentional about it. So you need to have a notepad. You need to write down, say, this is my business.
Yeah.
So, for example, my business is Karakuri, and I am Emeka. Karakuri is an entity. So, what are the values? What's the vision? Where is Karakuri heading to? I'll write that down. Where is Emeka heading to? Because tomorrow, everybody knows that you cannot be the founder and the last CEO of your business. Your business needs to live and be an entity. You outgrow some things and put other people in charge to manage it.
True.
But yourself, you will not outgrow yourself. You will die with this body. So you need to develop this body, this brand of this body. So where do I want to be? So as much as I believe Zeno is into events, as much as I want to own or run the biggest event management company in Africa or out of Africa to the world, who am I, and who do I want to be? Do I want to be the best personal development consultant in the world?
Okay.
That owns, you see the difference? That owns
An event
the
management
best
company.
event management company out of Africa. So while I'm busy going around blessing the world with my message, my event management company is successfully running. So one of the first things that I would do is I would have 2 social media platforms.
Okay.
One dedicated to my business,
to the business.
and one to my personal brand.
Personal brand.
So that I can successfully and effectively share my message.
Good point.
Because your brand, your business brand has, so for example, you can want to sympathize with what is going on in the country.
Yeah.
No fuel, greed, all that kind of stuff. We agree, we understand. But your business doesn't want to do that.
Very true.
Because if your business does that, it's seen as weak. Like, be like say they don't get fuel for this event planning company.
Yep.
Someone in the complain about fuel.
Yep.
We cannot bring our business to them. But you as an individual
Can't complain.
can't complain, can
Because you're an
sympathize.
individual.
You're
Yeah.
an individual. That is why you need to separate them.
The 2.
So the first thing is know the values, know where they are both heading to, then have different platforms to express
Both of them.
both of them.
Well, can I quickly throw in this question?
Yeah.
At the same time, can you, the individual, and your entity be one and the same? Can you share the same
Yes, you can.
brand ideology?
You can, but you have to separate it eventually. You can. Why? The growth of any business is as a result of the level of vision, aspiration of the founder. The business cannot outgrow the vision of the founder. So no matter any level your business is as a result of what you have seen.
What you've seen.
So if my business makes, for example, makes 5 million, it's because of my limitations, what I have seen. If my business makes 50 million, it's what I have seen. If it makes 500 million, it's what I have seen. So one of the best things as small business owners is to put systems in place.
Okay.
They are systems produce result and success. That is it. So you put systems in place. When you have grown, then you will know, okay, this is the time for me to spend less time in my business.
Okay.
I give an example. I am here today. My business is successfully running.
Sure.
Because of the systems I
Sure.
have put in my business.
Sure.
That is what you should do. So once you've gotten to that point, you know what, I need to separate. So I give an example. I know it's religious, but I just, pardon me if I give this example. There is a reverend that we all know very well, and he's likened to Success Power and everything, Reverend Sam Adeyemi of Daystar. We all know that he started that ministry. But where is he today? Reverend Sam Adeyemi is now an international consultant living in America with his beautiful wife, and he's not running his church. How many churches have done that? Most churches, the founder, the lead pastor, the starter of the ministry, he dies with him. But he has success. That is why systems. He has successfully separated himself.
I get your point.
From his quote unquote business or NGO or foundation, whichever way you want to put it.
I get your point.
That should be how you should go about separating the two brands.
Okay, I get your point. Fantastic. Now, Emeka, let's now come back to, the two callers, two of the callers, that the first and second caller, you did talk about a program you're having, and you've already given the first caller a free package already, which is fantastic. That can only happen right here on Financial Matters on Hot 93.3 FM. Now, let's talk a bit more about that program. What is this masterclass about? Enlighten the listeners.
Okay, the masterclass is called the Personal Branding Masterclass, and like we know, I am the convener of Africa's #1 Global Summit on Personal Branding, and during the summit, we had speakers from Ghana, Rennie Q. Boateng from Ghana.
Okay.
We had Lizette Mangelese from Mozambique, and if you know, Mozambique is not an English-speaking country, but we were able to identify she's the leading personal brand coach in Mozambique, and she has trained in the U.S. She was trained in the US. So she's a Portuguese and English speaking personal brand and anthropologist. We're able to identify her. We also had at the conference Charles Otudo, which a lot of us know him as one of the top leading people in the branding space. During the conference, we wanted to help people, because you know how conferences are.
Yeah.
People come, they listen, but they want that help, that hand holding. That's clarity, breaking it down.
Yeah.
Where do I start from? What do I need to do? Now, in this masterclass, which is the product of that conference, we want to help you break down your brand and know where to start from. We want to help you uncover. Branding is uncovering.
Yeah. Yeah.
Branding is uncovering. We want to help you uncover and amplify your uniqueness. We want to help you build the right strategies that will position you in the
Sorry,
space.
Emeka, we have a call. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Hello. Okay, please do call back. Please go ahead.
So we want to help you uncover and amplify. I want to help you develop strategies that would position you for global relevance. The truth is, Africa is the gold mine. Everybody wants to be involved with Africa. How do I, as an individual, as a business, position myself to be globally relevant?
I think we have the call back. Sorry. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Can we meet you, please?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead. Who's on the phone?
My name is Onyemechi. I'm calling from Ikorodu.
How are you, Onyemechi? Nice to have you on the show today.
Thank you so much, sir.
How is business?
We thank God.
Good.
Emeka fire.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, Oyemechi.
Good man, sir.
Good morning.
So what's your question or contribution this morning, Onyemechi?
My contribution is that, this English is too much, but I will say it way that I understand.
Okay.
Please don't.
Go ahead.
Our people say, after money, that's good market spend itself.
Yes.
There is one market. Of course, there is one market that is selling. You don't need to be advertising by yourself. When anybody comes to your place and possess one or two, then you go front and advertise it by
Very
yourself.
true.
Then you're calling another person. Don't go to the place. This is where I buy my room. Don't go to the place. Go to the place. And
Very
you'll be
true.
wondering how you are making customers.
Yeah.
Even these churches you are talking about, there is, if you have a good pastor that is very, very good, when the people come inside your church and watch it and see how the program is going, you don't need you yourself to be going out and calling people. Those people that will come to your place, you go outside and entertain it. Bring people more and you'll be wondering how your church is growing. Even company is the same thing like that. There is something that we have. People, some you have like workers between you. The workers, depending how they treat customers, they have them treat customers, and the way you sell to customers, we make the customers to bring more people to you. Yeah. That's what I'm understanding for what you people are saying, and it's very, very okay for me. Since when you started this topic, I just sit down, make sure that I hear everything I saw.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic, Onyemechi. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Thanks for calling. Lovely point Onyemechi shared there. And I think you should remind where you were talking about the masterclass. Yes. I think you need people like Onyemechi.
Yes, exactly.
On board.
We need more of Oyemechis. We need more of Zenos. We need more of Margaret. We need more of Debbie to be there, because the truth is, how do you stand out? How, like he said, the church, you walk into the church and from what you have seen. Now, let's take it back. Let's take it back. A lot of people forget that church has a committee, a team, and they sit down and they brand. They don't know it's branding, but that's what they do. They put things in place to ensure that people have the best experience in that place of worship. The same thing should apply to your business. The challenge is you want to do it, but you do not know how to do it. That is where this masterclass comes in. How do I differentiate myself? How do I elevate my experiences and touch points so that people can come? How do I uncover? I know there's something unique about me, but what is it? In branding, you talk about USP, universal selling proposition. The truth is price, and I've said this so many times, and when I coach and I train and I consult, price should never be your differentiator, because you and I know that any price is not stable. You wake up one morning, they say diesel is 800 naira. You wake up one morning, you say this is 1.2. You are so dependent on, I have the lowest price. How can you now compete? So price is not a sustainable strategy for you to acquire and keep customers. Using branding is sustainable. It's inexpensive. It's just you pulling back, getting someone to help you uncover the things that you already have in place, and putting the right strategy so that when people come in contact with you, like I said, people see you before they see you. When they see you, they notice that there's something different about this person. This is the person that I want to do business with. And I'll just say this before you go to your next question. Do you know that your customers have a perception of how you should be? You agree, right? I agree. If you go to a luxury store, even if you're going there for the first time, you already have a perception of what a luxury store should look like. You're going there for the very first time. Imagine they say that it's a luxury store, and you're looking at it like, Are you sure this
Are you
is a lot?
sure this is a lot?
Why your prices so? So when people complain about pricing, they are complaining about perception.
Perception.
It's not the price, it's the perception. Your perception has not matched the reality. You are putting a price that doesn't speak about this environment, that doesn't speak about your services, that doesn't speak about your culture, that doesn't speak about your brand.
True.
So why do you can't? Let me go. Why you can't? Why you can't? Have you ever seen somebody go to a 5-star restaurant or a 5-star hotel
And complain?
And complain?
Now, why is the bill like this?
Why is the bill like
No,
this?
no.
They
You know
don't
what
complain.
you're going for.
You know what you're going for. Or you go to any of the big brands, the Lamborghinis, even a Mercedes store,
Yeah.
and you complain.
No. You must have.
You know,
already have a perception
go
of what
collect 4-5.
I like that.
You understand?
Yeah.
Why? Their perception has met reality.
Yes.
You walked in there, the experience, the sites, everything put in place, the systems put in place matches it. So you will not argue with the price.
Very true. Very true. Now, Emeka, we're coming to the home stretch, but I mean, what a discussion it's been so far. Once more, give us the full detail about your event, your masterclass. It's very important that the listeners get.
So if you're listening to me today and you're listening from this Hot FM, I'm going to give out everybody that follows me on Fire Emeka, FAYAEMEKA, and you send me a DM, I'm going to give you a discount so that you can attend, because I really, really, truly, and it's my mission to help people optimize their potential, increase their visibility, and grow their income. And this masterclass would help you achieve 2 of those 3 things, which is increase your visibility and grow your income, because branding would help you grow your income, which is one of the most important things, or things of branding. Branding helps you make more money. You're not doing advertising, you're not spending a dime, you're just restructuring some things, and you can charge more when you do that branding. Now, this masterclass, like I said, would help you uncover and amplify your uniqueness, help you develop strategies for global relevance, and also help you stand. That is the most important thing about brand. Stand out. Now you're going to create, at the end of this, you're going to create a system and a structure, and that will be yours forever, because you are creating your brand. I would help you create your brand on paper that you can give anybody around the world, and they say, yes, we understand your brand. We now know why you do the things you do. Another important thing of branding is story. At this masterclass, in discovering your brand, you will now learn how to discover your story. Because that is one of the core essence of branding, to tell your story.
Tell your story.
What is your story? Now, when you come to my store and I package in a certain way and I serve you with moi moi leaf and I put it there and I say this meal is 10K, you're like, what's going on?
How much is this leaf? How much is the beans?
When I tell you the story behind this,
the process that has gone through
the
it,
story behind this organization, why we do what we do, then you understand. You know why?
Okay.
People buy into people's mission, not just products. We are buying Steve Jobs' mission when we buy an iPhone. We are buying what's his name? Bill Gates' mission when we buy a Microsoft product. We are buying into Mark Zuckerberg's mission when we use Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp. It's the mission we are buying into. Because why? We want to be part of it. And that's what branding does for you. It helps people buy into your mission and they want to be part of your story. So that is these and so many other amazing things you will learn at the masterclass. So if you're listening to me or you're watching me, I'm live on my Instagram page at Fire Emeka. Send me a DM and I'll give you that discount. Because the truth is, people make money, but people don't build brands. When you don't build a brand, you're not memorable. When there is a pandemic, there's an issue, people forget you. Immediately. Because you are not a brand. True. See the story of Nokia. Nokia started as a paper making company. But like I said, your identity and your expression, their identity was always to communicate. They were always born to be a communication company. But they started communication on paper. They now evolved with the times to
A mobile device.
Mobile device. But at the heart of them is communication. That is why if you even want the Nokia, when you put on your Nokia phone, you see two hands.
Handshake.
That is connecting, communicating, connecting.
Yeah.
So they are connectors, like I said earlier. So now they're expressing it with mobile devices. In the future, they can express it with virtual reality, artificial intelligence,
True.
Web 3.0,
True.
and the rest goes on. But at the heart of what they do is connection.
Very true.
So when they built their brand, even with the issues, the crisis, because they built the Nokia brand equity still speaks for them till this very day. So it is important that you build a brand, both personal and individual. Quickly, let me say one more thing. As an individual that has a brand, this is what your industry will do for you. There are people all around the world looking for influencers and experts in different industries.
Yeah, very true.
They will call you to come and speak. They will pay you to do lectures and symposiums for that industry. So you can earn money as a speaker, earn money as a trainer, earn money as a brand ambassador, earn money for appearances.
Yes.
So they just invite you for an event and you say, for me to step out of my house, this is my bill.
It's my bill.
I'm not going to say a word. I will just come, take pictures,
Smile to the camera, and leave.
You earn money from that. If you want me to speak, this is my fee.
This is my fee.
If you want me to train, this is my fee. Then I've built my brand. I can decide tomorrow I'll start some t-shirts with my message. If you want that, you buy that. So you see the power of building a brand.
Very true.
We're not talking about your business. So your business is successfully running. You are making money because of how you have built your personal
brand.
And this is the era of personal branding. Businesses run to personal brands to influence their audience with their products. One quick example. Beats by Dre, which we all know that was bought by Apple, is one brand that was not good. It wasn't the best when it comes to sound production. Everybody that is in sound knows this. That Beat by Dre headphones are not the best for studio. We know. But guess what? They took advantage of personal brands. They had the likes of Serena Williams and all the big names to endorse and put their weight behind that brand. And it sold so much that Apple had to notice them and buy them.
And bought into it quickly.
Because of what? They wanted to ride on the brand.
That's true.
So if you're listening to me, register for that masterclass. Send me a DM. Or you can click the link in my bio if you're following me on social media and register. Why? You need to develop your own strategies that will separate you from the competition. And these strategies don't have to be expensive. These strategies don't have to, take you so long. These are simple, do-it-yourself, clear-cut strategies, practical ones that will take you to the next level. One of the biggest mistakes business owners make, and I say this with all sense of humility, is thinking that you know it all. I've made that mistake, and Williams, I will never make that mistake again. You know why? The biggest of companies spend so much on research and development. That is why they are the best.
That's why they're successful. Yeah.
So what is your own research and development? Attending trainings, developing your mind, developing your brand.
Very true.
Why? You might not have sold an item, but you have spoken in several symposiums. And because of I give an example, Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk, or Gary V as we know him, has built his brand so well that people go through him, they go and do business with his company. I give another example in Nigeria. My Etafo has grown his brand so well that you love the way he dresses, he's everywhere, that you now want to have his suit, have his item, because you love the creative director.
Very true.
I give another example. Ebuka Uchendu has grown his brand so well that when you think about MCs in Nigeria compares, he's not, you don't, no, my wedding, it has to be him. How much is it called? We'll pay him. Our end of year party in our company, our 20th anniversary, our 10th anniversary, he's the one. We are starting a new game show. Who do we
consider him
He
first?
has built his brand.
Very true.
And when you build your brand, you know what you do? You can charge your money's worth.
Very true.
One thing you will learn at this masterclass. You'll be able to charge your money's worth because you have built your brand. Why?
Fantastic.
Branding helps you get or develop or push the extra in your ordinary.
Fantastic. Wow. What a morning it has been. Emeka, we can go on and on about branding, which I know is one area you're very, very passionate about, and you can continue to talk about it. And that's why if you're listening to this morning's show, you need to be part of the masterclass that Emeka has been talking about. Follow him on social media, get to know more about the masterclass, and be part of it. Emeka, once more, I say a very big thank you for being on the show again this morning and for sharing your wealth of experience with us on the issue of branding. And you can see from the number of calls we're getting, the minute they heard out, Emeka is back and he's talking branding. The calls just kept on coming in, you know. So, and that shows you that people are passionate about this subject matter, and it's something a good number of individuals and brands and entities, entrepreneurs need to cash in on. And that's why you must be part of this masterclass coming up by Emeka. Emeka, once more, thank you very much. And as the saying goes, don't be a stranger.
Yes, definitely. I'm not going to be a stranger. So guys, if you're listening to me, make sure you follow me and make sure you comment. Let's comment so that we can come back. I can come back again and share more about branding. This 2022, it's not over. We just started.
We just started.
You need to have a head start, and branding will help you have that head start. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Special thanks to all of our listeners and our callers. For those who were able to call in, we say thank you for calling into the program. You guys are the reason why we bring the program to you every week. And thanks to our partners, Fidelity Bank, for being the backbone to the show. And as I say on this program, continue to keep a positive mind, and the sky might just be the beginning of your success growth. See you guys next week, same station, Hot 93.3 FM. I'm out.